Okay, moving on from tube microphones, let's talk about FET microphones. FET stands for Field Effect Transistor. Now, a FET is a little small piece of electronics that is used to regulate the impedance in the amplifier stage of a microphone, just like a tube does, only it's much smaller and it has a lot less self-noise. What that means is tube microphones tend to be a little bit more noisy and FET microphones are much quieter. Now, to me, that's very, very important. They're also much more affordable because FETs are made more regularly than rarer tubes. And also, if you're into the vintage thing, a vintage FET is much less expensive than a vintage tube. So let's talk about the FET microphones that we have here today. We have an AKG 414, and I love this microphone. I love it because it's so reasonably priced, and for the performance that you get from it, meaning you could track anything on it, and it's going to sound rather good, from drums to a vocal to horns to strings, overheads on drums. There's really nothing this microphone can't handle, and it really does a great job of representing the sound that you're trying to capture. It's rather full-bodied in the mid-range, so take note of that if you have a singer that maybe lacks that frequency response in their vocal. This could sort of add that body in there. The next microphone that we're using is a U87. I love this microphone. It's probably one of the most popular, if not the most popular, rock vocal mics. The reason being is because it's a little bit more aggressive in the mid-range due to the components of the microphone and the lack of the tube, right? So for rock and roll, it really suits the vocalist. It's also much cheaper, which is a big bonus, than its cousin, the U67, which is the tube version of this microphone. So I think that if you are looking for something that is a little bit more budget than a tube microphone, FET microphones are a great way to sort of have a substitute but not compromise on the sound that you're getting.